Hey everybody, Tom Garrubba of Echelon Risk and Cyber. It is a Friday and I'm back with you with another TPRM tidbit. Dan Desko, Managing Partner and CEO of Echelon Risk and Cyber, and I had the pleasure of doing some presentations to the audit community over the last 2 weeks. Last week, Dan and I did a presentation to ISACA's Denver chapter, focusing on raising the bar of third-party risk management, helping the IT audit profession get a better handle and understanding of what third-party risk management professionals do. Earlier this week, Dan and I did a presentation to the IIA Pittsburgh chapter, focusing on understanding internal audit's role in third-party risk management. So as you could probably guess what this TPRM tidbit's going to be about, it's going to be talking about working with audit. And this is so important, folks. With those two webinars that Dan and I did, we focused on understanding what audit should be doing to help support third-party risk management. Now, we're going to flip it here, and I'm going to give you 3 tidbits to help you get third-party risk management over to internal audit so they have an understanding of what you're doing so that they can better understand and support your efforts. So the first thing I want to focus on here is the importance of sharing information with audit. To do that, the first thing I recommend is share your strategy with them. Get together with them and tell them what you plan to do for the year. Tell them what you have with respect to staffing. Tell them what you plan to do with respect to assessments, reassessments. How many do you have planned for the year? Are you able to achieve those goals? You feel confident in that. Maybe you could even share with them some additional things that you're looking into that could help you be more efficient to the overall organization. Ask them what pain points they feel the organization is going through, and even if there's a way that you, as a third-party risk professional, can support them in those efforts. The second one I want to talk about is updating your processes and standards and sharing that with them. The first one I talked about was more strategic. This is about tactical. Let them know of some changes that you made to your procedures. Let them know of some changes you made to your processes. Maybe even if you've changed some standards, whether it's documentation standards, whether it's collection standards, whether it's storage standards of your information. Share that with them. Be transparent. It's really a currency that's sorely overlooked. And having that transparency with audit is such a big plus for your organization. Lastly, have a conversation with them about report cadence. Are you happy with what we have in our reports and what we're reporting to management? Is there anything else in there that you think we should include in our reports? What do you feel needs to be handed across the enterprise here? Do you feel that certain organizations are missing? Is there somebody else that might need to get this report at a C level? Then you have to come back and you can make those adjustments into your program as you see fit. Are there certain metrics that you feel that you need to share with internal audit? What about things such as issue alignment? In other words, if you happen to find, say, a firewall rule issue with a particular vendor, for instance, do you give them 30 days to close that gap? Internal audit might sit there and say, if we find that here, we give them at least 5 to 10 days. Now you're out of alignment between what you're prescribing the vendor to do and what internal audit would prescribe your own IT teams to do. So you want to make sure you're in alignment with those risk tolerances. So these are the things you want to share with them. And even share with them some other concern that you might have. Maybe certain locations of where work is being done. Maybe certain risk tolerances and risk elements. Prioritization of certain categories. Maybe this year there's more emphasis on internal operations. Maybe there's some changes with respect to weighting your questionnaires, weighting your tolerances with respect to risk to, say, business continuity and disaster recovery, or network security. So it's good to have an understanding of what internal audit is looking for. So I wanted to share those tidbits with you. These are very, very important. Make sure you always keep them. They're the third line of defense. Remember, they have a direct, independent set of eyes going up to the board of directors. So, you being able to provide this information, they have your back in the event an external firm comes in or a regulator comes in or somebody has to come in and take a look at your program. So again, the importance, do not underestimate the importance of keeping internal audit in the loop of what's going on. Be proactive. It's far better than being reactive. Again, this is Tom Garrubba of Echelon Risk and Cyber, bringing you this third-party risk management tidbit. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. Cheers, everyone. Bye.